Hey guys, I have my new apprentice here, Jack. Meet Jack.
Hey, my name is Jack.
There he is. We're super excited because we have these Inkclaw ballpoint pen cartridges. I've actually had them for a while now and I haven't tried them, but I've been very curious. And we have a 10% discount for you. Please use the link in the description below for that. But what better time to use these ballpoint pen cartridges than with my new apprentice here. So before we begin, please like and subscribe. All right, let's take a look at these Inkclaw cartridges. There it is, inkclaw.com. Don't forget to check these out. And they're $22 a box, which is great. You get 20 for that, or $2 a piece. All right, let's open up the box. More hiding in there. Alrighty, we have this green one. We got this blue, dark blue, and red, it looks like. Unless this is like a purple, but we'll find out. So, yep, they're ballpoint pens, and they're also cartridges. So, instead of the needle, you have a little pen. Let's check out the blue one. So definitely eyeballs like a normal cartridge until you look a little closer. And that's probably something I have to remove at the tip there. Just took a bunch of these off my other ballpoint pens, so they definitely sealed it in there. Okay. All right, let's see if the pen works. Cool. All right. Pen's working. All right. So today we're going to take a look at this with the Full Pro. Oh, wow. It goes down to 4 volts. I forgot. That's pretty low. Sometimes these batteries don't go below a 5, so that's pretty low. Yeah. Also just going to start at like the lowest possible stroke length because I'm just worried about breaking the ballpoint pen right out the gate. So I'm going at this 2.4 right here. Mm-hmm. And then I'm at like the lowest voltage possible. There's no ink, like there's nowhere to dip. Ooh. All right. So I am on top of a little piece of, I should mention that, a little piece of silicone. I think I'm going to do one piece of paper, yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm destroying the paper slightly. Move a little faster. Okay, let's try a slightly higher voltage and just see if that changes it. Yeah. See if it goes actually less draggy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see how it got less. Okay, now it's working a little
smoother, better.
It's definitely like wanting to crush the paper. I think it is good practice though for actually this is probably really good practice for fine line because I'm like crushing the paper if I Can I stipple? Let's see. For that I'm gonna go to the highest stroke length because it's got more of like a bounce on it now.
Yeah.
Oh, I can change the needle depth too. I wonder if that's part of my issue. So it actually does go in and out with the needle depth. The ballpoint pen. That's kind of cool. All right, so this is my normal like stipple setting. Is it supposed to be on paper? Because it's kind of screwing up the paper. Should we try like just on the silicone?
Could try it.
Yeah. I mean, now it's like hitting the way it's supposed to, but there's no marks.
Oh, so it's on paper, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably paper. All right, so let's try.
I do have art paper in my notebook.
Construction paper. So as we're going to look for some construction paper, I think construction paper, because it's a little thicker, will help with this process. Having said that, I did run a few lines with the regular just printer paper here. And I was actually able to get a line through without breaking to the other side. Here is kind of the front of it. It's not the best line in the front though. It's a little patchy with a needle, though a very fine line needle. I think that could be good practice for like very superficial tattooing. All right, so we're gonna try something thicker. We've got this notepad here. I feel like I'm supposed to dip somewhere, you know?
Just missing the dip.
Yeah. All right, I'm at the 4.2 stroke length still, I think. Yeah, am I? Yeah. And at 5 volts here, so let's see. Yeah. So there is a direction to your needle, like this opening should be always like kind of towards you. So that's like a good practice. You guys can see that on camera. There is an opening as though you need some aeration or whatever.
Just know where to go. It's doing a little better.
Yeah, I'm definitely able to pull this line through here. Let me go back down again. There we go. And I'm able to do some shading. All right. So this could be good practice for him. Definitely want a notebook though. I did some shading in this little leaf here where I did some dot work, and it looks like it's working as expected for dot work. There's a little bit right there. So I'm just going to explain now what I'm doing so Jack can kind of understand.
Oop, that's my bad.
And for now, I'm just going to tell Jack his settings and things like that. But so for dot shading, you're just going to very kind of lightly just move on the surface, but you want to like keep a motion. Yeah. And you can do it just with your wrist, or you can do it from your shoulder. But I think for now, just stick with very slowly, just kind of back and forth like this. So there's a whip shade, which kind of goes like one direction, and you're going from low to out. So and like it's kind of like it's kind of like a motion where you're going
lifting up
in and out. But when you're coming out, it's sort of like a Nike swoosh.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
But you're doing it like forward into the line. The other thing is, you want to kind of move in these directions to begin. And then we'll work on the other directions later. Yeah, so that's dot work. And then for lining, let me see if I can even do it in this setting. Yeah. It could probably be a little steadier in another setting, but I think this is a good start. So just kind of want to go slower and just, and same thing, kind of moving from, your trick is you're going to move from the power's coming from my shoulder. My hand's kind of staying pretty steady, and that's how you get a straight line. All right, let's see if Jack can do anything here.
Try out fate.
First touch this machine and stuff, because you've never really done that. All right, so Jack is in the hot seat, and you're holding a tattoo machine for the first time. Yes. So what are your thoughts just on like how it feels?
It's a lot heavier than I thought it'd be.
Okay.
Yeah, like it feels all right because I use digital. I do digital art at home, so I have like a lot of digital pens that are kind of this sort of thickness for when I'm drawing. So I'm used to that. Just not used to the weight. It's very light.
And that's a lighter grip too. So that's going to be a better grip, I think, to start you out on.
Okay.
That's good to know.
And I just press the power button and...
Yeah, so the battery's on already. So as soon as you press that, it should start.
Okay. And then just give it a go.
And then, so first let's watch how you're holding it. So you're going to hold it with that open side forward.
That side forward, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then when you want to think of it like... when you're, instead of holding it like a pen like this, you're more
like
dragging it forward.
Like that.
Like, because think of it as a dangerous needle that should probably just go this direction and not
Okay.
this. That's stabbing.
So almost
So
like
think of it as a needle, even though it's a pen.
almost like this, right?
Yeah, that's better. Oh, and then try to get on camera.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and then remember, don't go too heavy because it's probably
Very
just
light.
not going to work. You'll find the kind of the...
Oh, I see what you mean now.
Try a new line, yeah.
So you said push forward a little more like with that.
I think, yeah, just a little slower probably.
Okay. So like.
Keep it consistent. I'm trying to like find the right
No,
pressure.
you're
But
good.
yeah. But you can see when the right pressure goes, it's a good
You can
line.
definitely feel it right
Yeah.
there. Yeah. Okay. So.
And try to just, yeah, make any kind of line. There you go. That's better.
Almost like that.
I like that.
Okay. And then if you want to get the line darker, do you have to put more pressure, or is it just more like more patient with the line?
Try being more patient.
More patient.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think with these ballpoint pens, there might be a certain amount of like density that they're gonna just get to, because they're ballpoint, so they're not ink, unfortunately. Yeah.
So it's not gonna be as thick.
I don't think so, but you did do better on the first one, so I know you can do better.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
I was being a little bit lighter.
Yeah, it's okay. And then like when you're dragging, like the more you get like behind it, the better. Like if you think of it like you're almost like trying to go from the opposite side. It's very strange.
Weird.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because otherwise you'll blow people out. So when you do this stuff, you start to blow people out, and you'll get the ink too deep in the tissue. Yeah, because think of it like a razor.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's more.
Even though it isn't, think of it like that.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Yep.
And I can also lower your hit. Let me try that. I'm going to bring it down to a 3.9.
Okay.
And your voltage is slow, so your hand speed's going to be super slow for a line.
A line. So more like.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I get it a little bit better now.
You gonna try drawing something?
I can
now?
try it.
Yeah.
I can attempt. I can see that I'm not being so patient with it. I could tell when not.
And your hand's starting to go more like a pen now, I think.
Yeah, more like.
Now, when you're in this position, you're basically going from left to right. That is the right position for left to right line. Because see, left to right line, you're now dragging from the back. But
yes.
Do you see? It's always like this.
It's always, you're always
dragging
along instead of actually like with a pen.
I like to think of it more like a shovel.
I can see that. Not gonna lie. I can see the shovel analogy there.
A shovel brush.
Shovel brush. It's such a weird feeling compared to a pen, because I can definitely, because you can feel it. Usually, so when I was starting digital, I had to get used to not feeling the pen drag across paper. So it's just so weird to.
Extra drag. Now it's going in and out and hitting the paper.
Yeah, exactly.
And you have to be. It's almost like you're fighting against the machine to make the line.
Yeah, and before I wasn't fighting.
To be honest, that's what tattooing feels like.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's like if I don't hold this just right, if I don't move just right, it's not going to do what I want to do.
Good as it.
Yeah. And it's a good lesson for that, because some people, I think when they pick up a tattoo machine, they think that it is like a razor. I'm going to cut, it's going to get the ink in. As long as I push hard enough, it's going to work and everything. And that's just not a good mentality for it.
It's a little bit darker line, but I didn't have a steady hand there. Okay. You're impressive for doing this. I'm not going to lie. I thought this would be like a little bit smoother. I'm not going to lie. I thought it'd be a little bit easier.
Well, it's actually kind of hard.
Yeah, it is very hard.
But try a wavy line like that.
Oh, like that?
Yeah.
So more like.
See if you can do curves.
Yeah.
Those are a little harder, yeah.
I can see it. Yeah. Almost like I have to go deeper with it, right?
Yeah. Let's see if the pen's dying out on you.
You think so?
Let me just double check it for you.
You might be. I might just be going too light. That might be what it is.
It's actually a really, really, really good. This is actually very, very, very good for you to learn with. See how my line's so much better?
Yeah, I do see that. I'm not gonna lie. Well, you're more consistent. Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, so like the reason why is because I know how the motor's working, and I'm thinking about that.
Okay.
And I'm allowing it to make those hits. And I now just have the feeling of it, and I know based on the repetition per second, cycles hitting per second or whatever, just how slow my hand needs to go to get that. But if I go faster, that should change. The hit, I'm going to keep the same. The hit is the in and out as far as like the depth. So it's going to increase the stroke length. The higher the stroke length, the more of a hit you're going to get.
Okay.
Since it's paper, I'm just trying to find like a good hit for paper. I think 3.9 feels pretty good. The voltage is like how fast I'm moving and how fast I have to move my hand to get that line in perfectly. So now it should be a little faster. See the sound change?
I do hear that, yeah.
Okay, there. So now my speeds change. I'm a little faster.
So it's a little more about tempo in a way?
I think so, but I'm not a musician. Is that right? Tempo?
Yes.
Okay. So also you can look at my hand, just how I'm holding it.
Yeah,
just like when I work this direction, it's more complicated. See?
Yeah.
Because I'm now pushing against the skin this way.
It
actually works a lot better on paper than skin. That direction tends to like chew up just a little bit the tissue. So I think to start out, it's good just to go this direction and always push kind of forward if you can. Yeah. And then when you need to do this line, just come over here.
Almost like changing directions.
Yeah, you just gotta like move your body and you do your body mechanics. Circles are gonna be the hardest, obviously.
Yep.
Yeah, freehanding circles
Ooh.
are a good
practice.
A good practice, because then you're gonna have an actual thing to trace. But if you can freehand one, then
that's impressive.
Yeah, it gets better as you like
do more
and more and more. Yeah, you just get your hand like, because really for circles you have to do one half like this, and then you got to do the other half
like that
to connect. Otherwise, I can show.
I
have. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I've done it, but this is what it looks like. It's a little. It tends right in here.
Yeah. It's a little weird.
Right in there. You end up getting a little chick thing like that.
Because it's going against it instead of going with
it just doesn't, the lines don't connect clean. So then you get a little extra ink there sometimes. I can do it though if it's real tiny like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I've done like a million tiny, like little tiny circles like that, you know. I would say the pressure feels really good for fine line. I feel like this is an excellent tool for practicing fine line. I think as you get into the larger needles, you'll have to push a little harder than this to get that good line. Okay. But yeah, let's try it again.
It's all about pressure.
Yeah, so I turned it up a little, so now you're able to move a little faster. So now we're at 5 volts, so your hand will go a little faster, but it looks like it matches your hand speed better.
Yeah.
The other one was a little too slow, maybe. But I was trying to give you a good challenge. You have to go
different speeds for different techniques?
Voltages.
Yes. Yeah, okay.
And different techniques, yes.
Okay.
But right now we're just doing lining. We're
just pure lining. Yeah. Yep, getting lines down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. I can definitely feel that there. Especially
the colors. Question is, can you do a whole
circle
tattoo like this on here?
That'd be interesting. You want to try a whole tattoo on it?
Yeah, I mean.
That'd be even longer, wouldn't it? That'd be interesting to see if somebody could actually.
Because you have to shade. You'd only be able to dot shade.
This would be good for showing art to people. Like if you want to like practice before the actual art session.
So this is great. Like fine line is all lining and dot shading, and that's all you can really do with these ballpoint pens. So yeah, I think this is a great way for you to get into that. And then when we do the 9-round liner, Jack will see how hard it is to get that into the silicone, and he'll see the big difference between fine line and larger needle groupings, which a lot of people don't understand.
Yep. I have no clue what that is. So we're going to figure it out.
How's it feeling?
Feels a little better.
I think you're a little
not too deep.
Yeah.
Okay.
The depth of the paper is less than skin, so it's like really shallow. This is more like tattooing chicken skin than.
Oh, so it's like really thin compared to.
This is how heavy you want with a fine line.
A fine line.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah. Just because of how sharp they are, that goes through. It just penetrates faster. If that makes sense.
I get what you mean.
Yeah, it goes through. So think about tissue and cells and just microscopes and how things work. Like the sharper the thing is, the deeper it's probably going to go and faster. So the bigger the needle groupings, the more surface areas, so the more resistance.
I've seen those ones with like the more needles.
Yeah. So we'll get into that. But this is probably similar to like a 3-round liner, a tight 3-round liner.
So how do you get those darker lines? Because I think I can get like the lines to be straight. It's just like I get like that. Mm-hmm. Is that too dark or is that like too deep?
It's getting there. It looks like you're just going too fast still.
I just went too fast.
Yeah, let me check it out.
Impatient I am.
No, I think it's just it's a motor skill that you have to develop probably. Ooh, is the ink getting low?
It might be getting low.
I might have killed that one already, huh? Ooh. I'll try a darker color.
See, that one's purple or black.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
We don't know if this is probably cyan or something.
Yeah.
I think some of those have different pen tip sizes as well.
Oh, really? Okay, this one, let's see if we see a difference here.
Oh, yeah, it's a little bit more
dull.
Gosh,
yeah. Okay, so this might be more like a 9-round liner then.
Okay.
Yeah, let me get in there. It's
Yeah,
harder.
yeah,
Might be
good.
messing up just from that, right? Like honestly, like your body mechanics are important. Like 2 feet on the ground, and if you can, it's nice to have an elbow on something because that will stabilize. It's not always like super possible, but it is something we strive for. Also, the 3-point stretch you're not going to do on paper, so that's another thing that we'll teach you later.
All right.
But let's see over here. Come on, there it is. All right, I just had to get going.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, 9-round liner here.
A little bit thicker.
Oh yeah, this one's thicker. Seems like there's better ink flow maybe too, because it's just the ball is bigger. So you should be able to. It's definitely forgiving. The needle would not be so forgiving. It would, but it's just in skin, it's not going to be as forgiving. So it's like one thing to remember that you are getting away with. But it's a ballpoint pen. But yeah, I mean, like, this is how I tattoo. That's how I get a good line. So let's see if you can do one.
Let's see if I can do it. Oh boy. Oh,
well,
and I moved
it's me. It's me.
Oh, that's you?
Yeah.
I thought I moved it a little.
It's okay. You can't tattoo yourself with that thing. That's why we started
That's
with that.
good.
But normally we don't pass it off this way. Turn the machine off.
Yeah, safety first, right?
Yeah. No, we want to see if you can get as dark as that first. Thank you.
Yeah. I got you.
Be a little fast.
But yeah, I'm a little. I can tell.
I think also maybe a little too much angle.
Too much angle.
Maybe. So yeah. Maybe.
More like.
Yeah, I think so. Let me see over here for a second. Yeah.
So more like pointing down.
45 degrees.
45 degrees.
Yeah.
Okay.
See.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing. So more like that.
And by the way, Jack, if you don't get this right now, that's fine.
It's okay.
Because it takes a while to get like a good clean line in. But I love his determination.
I think I can do it. That's a better line. It's a better line.
LT was the same way when I gave him the silicone. He's like, I think I can. I think I can.
Oh, no, that was too fast. I could tell that was too fast because I was rushing that.
Yeah, but I think getting like a straight line is a good start, and then I think once you get the pattern, also you might want to get a beat in your head. Dun, 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 dun. Staying alive, staying alive. Dun, 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 dun. So you stay at a steady pace with your hands. Because it's only going to be a few things. It's either your hand speed's off, your pressure's off, your angle's off.
Angle's very important, I can tell. Yeah. Because that one I was more towards me, and this one I was more towards that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it'd just be kind of a patchy line that wouldn't heal so well on the ends, and it would be really hard to, like, sometimes you can fix stuff like that by being like, oh shit, it's patchy. Can I get back in there and like fix it like this? But then now you're doing more damage to that area, and your line gets a little bit thicker. That's why a lot of people in the beginning end up, they start with fine line, which is good, and then let's go to a new page here, as requested by the director. See how I want to be like kind of
straightforward.
Yeah, I think that's part of it, and then the direction you're moving, like it's not coming from my wrist. All the power is in my shoulder right now. I'm just kind of holding it because you want to keep that steady grip and like steady hold on the tip. See? And so we're thinking in terms of like I am like barely going in, and then there it is. I feel it, and I'm riding it, and I'm doing this is all for my shoulder right now. Like I could literally not move my hand at all. Okay, how about I'm not moving my hand whatsoever. This is all my shoulder. I'm not even moving my hand right now. It's all my shoulder.
Yeah.
Now when I move my hand, I get direction again, you know. Yeah. You know,
it's more like
slide, but I'm more sliding my hand. See?
Yeah.
Okay, back to no moving my hand.
It's like
just my shoulder.
The shoulder's more of like dimension.
Yes. Yeah. Does that kind of okay? Try that out.
Yeah. I think I sort of get it. Interesting.
This is great because, these ballpoint pens are a good teaching tool.
Let's see, I can see the patchiness that you're talking about.
In the beginning, yeah. And then it starts to get better towards the end. If you go into it a little more carefully, like think of it, you're holding a machine, an engine, a motor. It's slamming something down super fast. You're going to ease into it. You're going to feel it more if you ease into it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Must feel like.
And you're kind of just going from here and sliding your whole arm's going to start sliding. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Better?
Yeah. I can definitely tell the difference, though.
Yeah, it's clear. Yeah, my work's clean. Yeah.
Work is clean. It's very clean. Okay.
But that's the goal, is to get cleaner. And then once you get cleaner, now you got to trace something. And
Ooh. I mean, I feel like it'd be easier to have something to trace because then at least you have like a.
Yeah. And like I can give you something to trace too. Like, here you go. Trace that.
Oh boy.
Trace that. You know. Do you think it's easier?
It might at least have a visual then where I'm dragging.
Yeah.
See, that one's.
Yeah, and you traced it really well. Like that's something I'm noticing. That's good. So I think once you get the patchiness figured out, your tracing skills will. And you're probably getting a little close to the camera.
Oh, am I?
Sorry.
Oops.
I'm gonna move you over. There we go. That's probably. Is it still in the shot?
Maybe a little more like So when you're doing a curve,
I
can do the straight
complicated
line a little.
When you're doing a curve, you have to move your body sometimes.
I see. So you go with the side almost like.
It'd be hard for me to tell you without showing. I'll try the other side. Let's just see what I do because it's hard to even know.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so for this one, I would want to be. I would want to start this way. because I'm going this way. So let's say I'm meeting up with your line. First,
Yeah.
I'm going to go into your line
And
a little bit first. So just a little bit into your line. And I'm going this way. Now I'm like, this is where it gets dangerous here. See? So I could go like this, and then I come over here if I want it to be really accurate.
And then you connect.
And I do this, instead. So the first one was like the no. The second one is a yes. So this is how I should do it, like this one. See how much cleaner this is than that.
because you're actually going with it instead of going.
And so there is a little bit of moving your
leeway.
body, and so the challenge of paper is like, don't move the paper. Yeah. Because I could go like this and be like, okay, now I can trace it this way. So a lot of people do that when they're starting. They just take the paper and keep moving it like this, but your client isn't going to be able to do that.
Sit still.
Yeah. So that's the challenge that's another added challenge. Yeah.
Keep the paper still.
Just another added challenge of being a tattoo artist. It's not just drawing on people. It's like doing all this other stuff at the same time. But I think it's just patience. And this one, let's see what's the beat of this one. I don't even know. I can kind of feel it. I think it's like based on my feeling now. I can feel when it's like in the
almost, yeah.
I can just feel when it's in the tissue the right way, and I can feel now equivalently like when it's in the paper the right way. Okay. It actually does translate really well.
You can start feeling when it's smooth and it's not smooth.
Yeah, but I see a difference just in like the first line that you did, right? All right, guys, that wraps up our little test of these ballpoint pens. The Dragonhawk Fold Pro 2024 did amazing. I would recommend using that machine with these ballpoint pens. That's the one I'm going to have you practice with. And they come in all these different sizes. I think that's really cool. They come in different colors. So please go to their website and check it out, but use our link in the description below to get your 10% off. And please keep us afloat by smashing that like button and subscribing. Say bye to my new apprentice.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.